Okay. Yo, chat, how's it going? Okay, I think we're ready. There we go. Yo, Azrael, can I sing Fade? I don't even want to know what that is. Yo, a simple guy, how's it going? So today, we're actually going to do some drawing practice, because it's been a while since I've last done this. Yo, Badger the God, how are you doing? I'm gonna start with some boxes, and then later on I'm gonna try to draw some like actual objects, because I think people have been asking me to do like background drawing stuff. So that's essentially what we're gonna be practicing. Yo, Alex, how are you doing? Okay, I practiced this a little bit, so we'll see how it goes. It's probably gonna turn out like super bad because I'm doing it on stream, and everything is like 10 times harder on stream than it is when you do it normally. But we'll see. Okay, so see, I'll have one box. It's pointed this way. I also need to get used to just drawing lines towards me instead of away from me, because I think it's easier to do that. Yo, not unknown. Decided to join the live stream for the first time? Oh, welcome. It's actually nighttime for you? Yeah, same here. Oh, it's midnight. Okay. This plane is a little too wide. Hold on a second. Also, something that I do a lot is when I'm drawing my vertical lines, I end up like tilting them like that instead of making them perfectly vertical, and I've been trying to be a bit more mindful of that. Day one of asking me to draw 2 buff men made outfits. Soon. Maybe if you get 10,000 points, I'll make it a point reward. Yo, Fike. How's it going? Okay, so with this one, I think that one has to be more like that, and then I think that's good. Can't even draw a proper vertical line with a ruler. The rulers are surprisingly difficult to use. Happens with you too. It's because of drawing too many 3 figures. It's so weird because it's because like you think you're actually making it vertical, but It's not.
Check your posture.
Oh, posture check, chat. Make sure you sit up straight. I'm doing pretty good, Fike. Yeah, did you guys watch the PlayStation State of Play yesterday? They finally gave Lost Soul Aside a release date. That's actually insane. I didn't think that game would ever come out. And coming out on the same day as Elden Ring Night Rain. Yo, Nanook! How's it going? Let's see, so that's going there. Actually, hold on, let's tilt this one a bit more. Your rulers end up tilted somehow. Yo, Taz, Discord link is expired? Which link did you use? Because the one that's on, I think the one that's in the description on my YouTube stream should still work. Or actually, I don't even know if I have a Discord command. I should probably make one so people can just type that. But if somebody has the link, they can post it in chat. Yo, Prorokun, how's it going? This box seems... It seems like it converges a lot, or not converges, but it seems like it's very distorted here in the bottom right. So let's see, this one is going there, and then there. So I think maybe I need to make this plane less wide, slightly so. How long will the stream last? I don't know, I usually go for like 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Oh, wait a second. No. Hold on. This one... Not even a fifth of the way to get the 10k. Well, there's only one way to get more points. Twitch and YouTube links are not working for Discord? Yo, what the hell? Nightbot, what are you doing, bro? Stop posting links. Could have sworn I turned that off. Yo, this box is just not working. Hold on, let me retry it. Yo, Danny boy. How's it going? Tutorials helped you a lot? Oh, it's good there. So what I'm struggling with is the fact that this box is this close to the horizon line, and that this plane is that wide, meaning that if this box has the same height as it, that plane also has to be like that wide. Okay, I think it could be just about that wide. Paying or gambling. Yep. Yo, Cali Nexus. How's it going? Oh yeah, I ended up playing the Monster Hunter Wilds beta. I did a test stream for it. I wasn't public, but I think I might stream it this weekend, because I think the second beta is live this weekend. But yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds is pretty fun too. Definitely looking forward to that. One comes out in 2 weeks. I actually can't wait. This box just looks super weird, or it might be that one with how it converges, but I don't know. I think I'll draw some more and then we'll see how it turns out in the end. One thing you learn while trying to draw boxes from perspective, make their sides like you make a parallelogram. There's a bit more logic to it than just doing that, or than just like trying to freestyle it like that. So this side is wider. Yeah, okay, so if that side is wider, it means that needs to be... Okay, so I'm making this side wider. That one's like that. Yeah, if you've got 10,000 points, you can make me draw buff men in maid outfits. Okay, so if that one converges there, then we'll make that one converge there. I was also thinking that maybe whoever has the most points at the end of the month could maybe like choose an emote to add to chat, or choose a soundbite to add to the soundboard. You're at 0. Go all the way out there. I think it's a lot easier to draw the cubes that are like above the horizon line versus the ones that are below it. Although I think with this one I made the bottom plane a little too wide, because these would intersect there. So I think that should have been there. Okay, so if this one is shorter than all of the other boxes, let's go there, so that one, put it there. Maybe I should decide on the width of them first. So if that one's wider, that means it's going to be lower. This one has to be over there. Try to draw the size of the cube as you're drawing a parallelogram. Only for cubes, though. Now that's a bit too gimmicky. Like, I gotta actually figure out the logic. Send you another Discord link? Okay, hold on. Hold on. I think that one should work. Feel like your art skills are at 0 when you do a simple drawing, that you're actually that you're only good when you draw super detailed drawings, even if the two drawings take the same amount of time. Maybe it's because the super detailed drawings have like more information there, that it kind of creates the illusion of looking better. But fundamentally, they might still be at like the same level. I think this plane is too wide. It's not drawing out my vanishing points. Dude, my vanishing points are like mad accurate. Look. That one's going that way, that one's going that way, and that one's going that way. Okay, well. Look, they'll intersect somewhere at that point. And then let's see this one. Going that way, and that one. Okay, that one's not properly converging, but like, it's close enough for freehand practice. Is drawing the torso 3 times a day good practice? Do I know any other practices that help with anatomy? Good practice is whatever like exercise you think will make you better. Because if you're doing an exercise and you don't understand what the purpose is of that exercise, it's not going to help. Like, for example, if you try to copy what I'm doing right now and you don't know what exactly I'm trying to do by doing this practice, it's probably not going to be very effective for you. So like, drawing more is definitely a better practice than drawing less, but you gotta like pick and choose your exercises. Yeah, okay, hold on. I should. Do that. That one's wider, so that ends up being taller. Feel like a simple drawing just shows your fundamental shortcomings. Somehow, even if a more detailed or advanced drawing would show that you have fundamentals. Okay, yeah, I can see that. So one's going that way. So this plane should be just about as wide as that one, which I think it sort of is. Maybe change that a little bit. And then I think that should be good. This always ends up looking super impressive once there are like a bunch of boxes in the scene. Yeah, like these are not vertical. Is it better to practice easier poses first then move on to harder perspective? Yes. With the easier poses, you can figure out stuff like proportions and how things like actually move without having to deal with foreshortening. And then once you're able to actually consider those, then you can move on to making like more difficult stuff with foreshortening. That's actually a mistake I think beginners make pretty often, where they try to move on to more difficult poses too quickly, or poses with foreshortening. Look at how off this vertical line is, yo. Yeah, I just need to draw them slower. And actually, that threw off the whole thing, so... yeah, there we go. I think this line is also off a little bit. Any tips for proportions and foreshortening? For foreshortening, I would suggest figuring out how ellipses work. Because you can use ellipses to... hold on. Yeah, you can use ellipses to like measure where things are in perspective. So, for example, if somebody's arm if you've got an arm over here and you were to move it to the side, it follows the arc of that circle, and then in perspective that would become an ellipse. So if the arm is over here, then when it moves over to this point, it'll become that short. I think once you know how those ellipses work, then foreshortening becomes a lot easier. When you start drawing even simple anatomy on basic shapes, it takes more time thinking of how to draw curves of the body than necessary. takes a bit of practice to learn how to turn those basic shapes into the actual body. I forgot about the ellipses. Yeah, ellipses are they're very useful for figuring out a lot of stuff, but you got to be able to like estimate them. Well, you got to be able to like estimate them properly. This one is converging too much, and it's actually the same thing with boxes, because it's not really possible to figure out the math behind these boxes like every time you try to draw them, so you just have to draw them enough to the point where you can kind of guess how you have to draw them. It's 2 a.m. for you right now, damn. Tried the ellipses method once and it didn't work. Tried cylinders to simplify, but it's hard to. What is the what's the problem with the ellipses? Was it like actually the drawing part of the ellipses, making sure that you get the curves of the ellipses correct? I think one of your problems when drawing is rushing. It is necessary to have like some amount of rushing the drawing sometimes. Because speed is also a pretty important skill to train. Though I think just drawing a silhouette would work for complicated poses, and foreshortening seems to speed up the process for you. I think as a guide, yeah, that could work. Just as long as like the silhouette is actually drawn correctly, because I think the issue that you would run in there is that it'd be hard to make it look three-dimensional. There's probably some calculus sorcery to find the vanishing points, but it's definitely not worth it. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know about the book called... what's it called again? I think it's called Complete Guide to Perspective Drawing, 1 point to 6 point, by Craig Atterbury, but he goes over like a bunch of the math behind vanishing points, and it's very useful for figuring out how they work if you're still like a beginner trying to learn perspective. But it's also super complicated. I think I might actually go through that book sometimes on or sometime on stream. The chat actually isn't delayed by like that much. The chat has like a 5-second delay on it, but I'm just slow with reading it because I have to draw at the same time. Let's go there, there, and that one is going there. They're all sort of converging, but not enough. So this one should probably go down there, and then that one should go there. It works well for hands too, thinking about form rather than details. Oh yeah, for hands it's actually pretty useful. Still can't get the torso and the hips right at all while drawing. That's like the hardest part about drawing the body, to be honest. Because there's like a lot of logic that the rib cage can just kind of ignore because the shoulders can move separately. So in a lot of poses, you'll see the shoulders move differently compared to what you would expect the ribcage to be doing. And it's actually kind of confusing. The real like perspective, it makes simple stuff like boxes look like masterpieces. It does look really cool. The boxes are giving you flashbacks to the weapon art. Wait, so that one... You could imagine this being sculpted into some sort of ancient ruins. Yeah, I was actually thinking this looks like the copied city from Nier Automata. The unlikely Hydra. How's it going? Saw my shorts. They were extremely helpful. Awesome. Glad that they could help. There's something going on here. I think it might be this line. Alright, Fike, thanks for watching. Have a good night. Yeah, that one still looks messed up. Guess I'll have to look into stacking boxes a bit more. This looks like a Blender clay render. Yo, Asper Love. How's it going? Why is there no one at Twitch? I barely use Twitch, especially after I got banned from there. I just gave up on it. Hmm. Looks like random stone blocks in Minecraft. Yo, that Minecraft would actually be a good perspective practice for one of these streams. Just creating like a composition with blocks in Minecraft and then turning that into something, into an actual object. I think you should get better with or at drawing the body with cubes and other shapes properly first. Well, I mean, it depends on what you need to practice. Because if you're going to use cubes and boxes and that sort of stuff, that mostly trains perspective. So if perspective is what you need to get better at, or what you think you need to get better at, then yeah, that would probably help. But if it's organic shapes that you need to get better at, then you might have to do some other kind of practice. Oh no, my pen pressure's dead. Yeah, alright, and Stark? How's it going? Been struggling with drawing arms for the moment, didn't realize drawing a plane to make sure the arms looked right was meta. It's a really good trick to getting them right. I'm not sure if I'd call it meta. But it's definitely a handy trick to have. Last video made you cackle with the amount of the face still is flat. It's so annoying when people make videos that are like, if you want to draw the eyes better, you gotta make sure that that you like curve the front plane of the head. When it's clearly not curved. So I just had to I had to make sure I emphasize the face's flat part. Yeah, I was doing figure drawing on Twitch, and I used one of the Pose Maniacs model, which is a it's like a 3D model of the body, and it shows like the musculature and stuff, but apparently that was too much for Twitch to handle, so they booted me off the platform. Yeah, those are not converging at all. It even looks kind of weird there. Okay, so let's see. So those go in there. Push the left top corner up a bit on that odd box. I mean this one. So I think that this is also not properly going down. Probably has to go that way. Yeah, that looks a bit better. But I think this one is also not... Or I think this one is just curved a bit too much. Oh yeah, right, you can't rotate stuff in Minecraft. But I think a lot of stuff is just perpendicular to the ground anyway, so it shouldn't matter too much. That's meta to you. Literally, your drawing was night and day. Curving the face never made sense to you. The eyeballs are curved, but the face is more so planes than curvature. Yeah. And then people somehow they still want to argue, saying that no, man, it's curved. You can literally hold a ruler to your face and see that it's flat. Have I watched JoJo's? I have not. I've definitely thought about it. Make a little stair. Stairs are actually pretty difficult. Okay, let's try it. What helped me stay motivated in the beginning of my journey when I couldn't draw properly? The idea that the only way to make better drawings is just to keep drawing. Because if you want to make better drawings, you can't, like, it's not going to happen if you quit drawing. So you just have to accept that in the beginning, or well, pretty much always you're going to be bad at drawing, so you just have to keep doing it to get better and better. And you have to accept you're never going to be at the level that you want to be at. Yo, animations, how's it going? The CEO of Twitch was caught watching those tub streams. Yeah, that figures. Of course. You make a snowman somewhere. I think it might be due to the Loomis method, where you draw a curved line for the eye lines. Yeah, it probably is because of that. Argue the corners are curved, but most of the face's center is definitely flat. Yeah, there is curvature there, but it's way less than people think it is, and it's split across different parts. So like you can't use one curved line to you can't use just one curved line as a guide and then have everything follow that one curve. So as this is getting closer to that vanishing point, I think these planes have to get less and less wide. Twitch booted me for showing anatomy. Yeah, it did. I'm doing fine, animations. Mainly have problems while drawing the sides of the belly, or I don't know what the region is called, but just above the belly where the sides curve. So just the waist area. That area specifically is, like, that's just the area in between the pelvis and rib cage. So if you can, or like if you can focus on the bottom of the rib cage as well as the top of the pelvis, and you study the anatomy in that area, then it should become a lot easier to draw. I think I made this too big. Slightly. Learning to draw a skull from different angles. Your classmates see you and say, it's the skull guy. Always wondered how anime artists draw those old stone paths. They're really fast at drawing those. if you're painting them, you can actually do it a lot faster than just like regularly drawing them. But if you just spend a lot of time practicing your line control and stuff, then eventually it becomes a lot easier to draw them. To restream is your only companion on stream. No, man, you got the squad on YouTube. Restream is just helping you connect with them. I've seen so many tutorials that say to use curved lines for the face, but it never made sense how they align the features. Because as that is going up, it has to go to a vanishing point that's above that line. It's not like super accurate, but it's pretty accurate for freehand. How long did it take me to start liking how I draw? I'm still wondering about that. I still don't like any of the stuff I draw. Alright, Not Unknown, thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. For some reason you can't do a more intense 3/4 view where the nose sticks out, but just with head angles in general. That's a pretty difficult angle. But I think you just have to practice that a couple times to learn the pattern, and then just repeat the pattern when you want to draw it. Yo, PES verse. How's it going? Do we do animation too? I was practicing animation last year, but then I started practicing some other stuff, so I kind of put animation on hold. I'll start doing animation again soon. As soon as I feel like I'll be, as soon as I feel like I can draw bodies a bit better. It's time to stop drawing anime girls in aqua in a bunny suit and draw something productive. Like Jesus on a skateboard. You make a compelling argument. Yo, Jonathan, been having trouble with perspective? Whether do a 1, 2, or 3 point perspective, do all the elements converge to it, or can you add other points? You can, with 1 and 2 point perspective, you can have as many vanishing points in the scene as you want. And the position of those vanishing points is determined by the rotation of the object that's going to those vanishing points. So like, for example, this box right here in the back is going to a vanishing point that's there, and then those lines are going to one that's over there, But then this box is going to vanishing points that are over here and over there. And then as you can see there, they both have like different rotations. With 3-point perspective, that third vanishing point is always going to be directly above the viewer's center of vision. It's kind of hard to explain if I don't explain the other perspective things. But with 3-point perspective, this third vanishing point always has to be in the same spot. It can't move, but the vanishing points that are on the horizon line can move. Wait a second. So that was a cube, but then the stuff on top of it didn't turn out very cube-like. Stop drawing boxes and start drawing the existing stuff. I gotta fill up the page. I can't move on until it's finished. You can gamble on YouTube? Yeah, we've got a channel point system where you get like, I think you get 5 points. 5 points every 5 minutes by chatting in the stream. And then you can gamble those points. And I think one of the rewards is going to be that you get to choose an emote. Well, at least when you have the most points. I'll let you choose an emote to add to the chat. These lines are not vertical, I don't think. Yeah. They're very slightly off. When do I stream? I want to keep tuning in. I usually stream at around this time, but the days are kind of random. Rehydrate! Oh, there you go, chat. We gotta rehydrate. Oh, there we go. Throat was actually getting pretty dry. Yo, Caden! How's it going? No, you lost. You'll get used to it. It's gonna happen a lot. When you're drawing poses where the boxes are tilted at strange angles, would the vanishing points not always fall on the horizon line, like in Contrapposto, for example? So in the case with tilted boxes, they don't fall on the horizon line, no. So like with all of these boxes, because they're perpendicular to like this main horizon line, all of their vanishing points are going to be on that horizon line. But if I were to draw a box that's tilted, okay, let's see. So I'll do that and that. I think that one is slightly off. Probably that one as well as this angle. Yeah, I think that's more or less correct. So with a box like that, it's kind of just going to be converging to its own vanishing points and its own horizon line. So those are converging there, and then these are converging somewhere over there. And then that creates a horizon line, and then you gotta make sure that the verticals of the box are perpendicular to that horizon line. But because it's not converging to the main horizon line, you kind of just have to guess how that box has to look, and to be able to like estimate what that box should look like, you just have to draw a bunch of these to get your head used to that. How to define the chin of a face from low angle, given that the character doesn't have a sharp jawline? Well, in the case of that, that's actually kind of difficult. Yeah, I'm not sure how to like quickly explain that. Didn't even look at those stairs. I nailed them. Yeah, they're still slightly off because like this one's too short. I think. Let's see. So the vanishing point is right there. Then that touches it there, goes there, is there. So yeah, this block should have been touching it there, and then that corner should have touched it there. So it's off, but that was freehand. All right, so now I'm gonna move on to trying to draw some actual stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna start off easy, and then we'll see if we can make it more difficult. Most videos never get into that aspect. Yeah, because it's because you can't really explain it. 'Cause I think that's one of the limitations that perspective has, or that the perspective model has. It doesn't really go into tilted boxes. Puff Hello Kitty. I mostly focus on drawing humans, but now I'm gonna start doing more background stuff. Well, I'm gonna start practicing more background stuff. See, I think that was too tall. Okay. Draw an iron column behind all those boxes. Actually, this one should be a bit lower. Good. think I made this front plane a bit too wide. Could shorten it a little bit. The Zelda theme. Zelda's got some good music, or Legend of Zelda has some good music. Even though I haven't beaten Breath of the Wild yet, I don't think I ever will. Cause like that game is fun, but I think you really need to have a lot of time to invest in that game. Oh, hold on. So this one. He's drawing milk. This is history. Where do you find pose references? You can use the website called Pose Maniacs to find some good references. It has 3D models that you can like move around and stuff, and zoom in, zoom out to get different kinds of foreshortening. So it's a pretty good website for pose references. Except one limitation is that it doesn't like exactly do or move the same way the body does. So things like the shoulders don't exactly move up. What do I think is the fundamental I study / practice the most? Probably perspective. Perspective, and then I think second would be line art or line work. Yeah, I think I definitely made this top area a bit too short. It should have been probably down here. Oh god, the bots are out on Twitch. I don't have my Twitch chat open, so I can't remove it. Oh well, I guess the bot's going to live forever now. Almond milk mentioned. This ellipse is also not centered because I drew it before I shortened it. Okay. Hold on, so this one look like that, right? Make it chocolate milk. I got you. What do I think of Magic Poser? That's the phone app, right? Because I think I did use that at some point. I think Magic Poser is also pretty decent. And I guess if you have no alternatives, then I would suggest using that. Bots on their way to attack Twitch. I can get Seribot to get rid of those. Is that a free download? Because if so, I'll probably set it up for next stream then. I've got a nice voice. Alright. time to show off my lettering skills. Alright, let's see. How fast can I draw the human skull? Not that fast. And I think I do need references for it. I haven't practiced drawing that from imagination. Wait, I'm an idiot. That's not how you spell chocolate. How do you start learning shading and values? Maybe how to apply them in the stuff you draw, like legs, torso, and chest. Where to start? How much do you know about shading? Like, like, are you like a complete beginner when it comes to shading, or have you already studied it a bit? I'm super focused on drawing these letters. Pinterest is actually really bad now. And the same thing with Google search results, although those have been bad for quite a while now. It's actually crazy how you can look up like the most random thing on Google nowadays and you just get blasted by AI generated images. The tangents between C and H irrationally angers you. It's just my lettering style, man. Come on. This is the only time I'm going to write the letters. This is so annoying. Okay, there we go. The AI slop and ads are getting out of hand. Yeah, I hope they stop promoting that stuff or like stop marketing the AI stuff soon, because it's actually just ruining more and more stuff as time goes on. We're beating Prime with this one. Now that you're studying art, whenever you watch an animated series, you can't stop seeing perspective things, poses, etc. It's like spider sense or something. Okay, let me find something else. Is there another, like, kind of simple boxy object? Okay, got something. The AI can't draw hands. The AI can't draw, like, anything. It's just really good at faking what it's able to draw. But, like, because it doesn't actually understand logic, it makes a lot of stupid mistakes. Have I done animation before? No, not like professionally. I was studying it last year, which I'll pick it up again soon. Draw a pistol. I might do that next time, actually. Trying to get a bit better at drawing these boxy shapes, and then once I'm there, I've got you with some more complicated stuff like pistols. A train. Don't know why, but asking for criticism scares you nowadays. Cooped up in a box. I don't think you have to get criticism for it if you don't want to. Just make sure that you like actually analyze it yourself. Six months into key animation right now. It's really fun so far. Ah. How do you like study it, or where do you study it? Okay. Freehand boxes are so clean. No, man, they're not clean at all. This looks so disgusting. Like, look at this line. That's so bad. I'm trying to get better at it. Let's see. Alright, Unlikely. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Would like advice, but don't know who to ask. Publicly feels intimidating, and don't know anyone who would be able to logically explain your flaws. I mean, I could take a look at it, but you know, if you don't mind waiting a couple days for the reply. Yeah, you can just send it on Discord. Start studying different animator styles. Currently studying Vincent. Take some clips from Sakuga Boru and then try to copy it. After that, try to change the angle a bit and test it out with different characters. Okay. I'll keep that in mind for when I start practicing it again. And the characters you choose aren't really random. They're mostly characters you draw a lot or are familiar with. Okay. I think I'll try using characters that have like character sheets available for them, because I think that's probably like the easiest way to see if you've done things correctly. How big should your canvas be? Because you normally just type random numbers. I usually have mine on A4 size. Or A3 size, I mean, not A4. I think the bigger the canvas is, the deeper you can go into the pixels. So the smaller it is, the less detail you have to add. So I think something like A4 size probably is better. These lines are way too tilted. You heard in one of his interviews, he draws the character he's going to animate a lot before. Yeah, I can imagine. Just send the drawing? Okay, I'll take a look at it after stream. My reels are so useful and helpful. That's good to hear. Thanks for watching them. Draw the mimics from Freerin with that chest. Didn't learn shading because mainly focused on bones, forms, perspectives for 1 year now. I think you're quite good at drawing bodies, especially females. Not a beginner, but never learned shading basics. So there's a website called controlpaint.com. I've got it linked in the art resources channel in Discord too, but it's ctrlpaint.com, where it's essentially Drawbox, but for painting. So somebody made a website of just free painting tutorials, and he goes over like all the basics. So I would recommend checking out that website. And then Scott Robertson also has a book on shading called I think How to Render, I think is what that book's called. So I recommend picking that one up as well. And then alongside with Control Paint, it's gonna teach you quite a bit about like rendering and painting. But the first thing that I would recommend learning is just try to understand how values work, because values have to do with light and shadow, or with like well, light and shadow, and how form is created. So once you understand those, you can basically paint whatever you want, and then color is kind of just secondary. Do I understand timing, spacing, extremes, and breakdowns? Yeah, I did practice those a bit. I do know what they are. Can't say I'm like particularly good at them yet, but I do know what they are. Don't know why, but when you're drawing your arm, does this random movement that completely ruins your line art every time you have to do a long trace and you hate it. That's yeah, that's pretty annoying. I think I have it too when I'm trying to draw these like long, like right there it just happened. when I'm trying to draw these long vertical lines. I hope it's something that goes away, like, over time. One tip would be to look at real-life movements more, feel forces. So what I've been wondering about animation is, where do you actually find, like, real-life references for it? Because I guess you could do the movements yourself and film yourself doing it. But is there, like, another place where you can find references for it? Bluebird Lamentation. I recently replayed through the game and it's a masterpiece. Yeah, it's that game is fantastic. It's Virtue's Last Reward for anybody wondering the game. Would highly recommend playing it. It's like one of the best games I've ever played. It's also the sequel to 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, if anybody knows about that game. Yo, Floating Fairy. How's it going? What's one piece of advice that artists commonly give that I disagree with? Except for curved faces. Line weight. I hate it when people say that. Line weight is like the dumbest advice I've ever heard. If somebody's line work looks bad, it's not because of line weight. What's Control Paint? It's spelled ctrlpaint.com, but it's a website that you can check out. Oh, it's just YouTube? Okay. Any tips on helping your line art feel like it has more depth? So many of your drawings feel really flat. So with that, I would practice your line control first. So like just make sure that your arm is able to draw the lines that you actually want to draw. Like for example, if you're trying to draw a curve, make sure that your arm is actually able to draw that curve and not that it goes, or not that it's like, okay, so curve and then straight, curve, straight. And then you end up with a curve like that, which, you know, on the surface it might look fine, but then compared to an actual curve, it looks completely wrong. That's probably like the biggest thing I would say. And then, like the drawing itself also influences it quite a bit, because if you've got a bad drawing, no amount of like line art is gonna fix it, so you have to actually get better at drawing to be able to make better line art. Martial arts, podcast, hand movements, athletes, performers. Okay, I got you. And some curves in your animation. Make the arm follow a small curve to make it look less stiff. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. What I also just now realized is that I should have pushed this back a little further, because now when it closes it ends up being out there. What else can I draw? Oh, this would actually be kind of interesting. You have this problem where you can't draw without zooming in, slowly forcing yourself not to zoom in, but I wonder if I had any more tips. I usually zoom in a lot too, but yeah, I think the only thing is just don't. Just keep your hand off of the zoom in button. Alright, Giga, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for giving the tips. Have a good night. Can we get a spell book? Trying to find a good reference for it. I'm actually really surprised I'm not being bombarded by AI images. Okay, this one looks fine. Okay. This draw gone. Yeah, this song reminds me, they announced a new Sonic racing game yesterday. I think hopefully it turns out better than the Racing's Transformed game. Or the Sonic Team Racing Transformed game, because Transform was actually really fun. But Sonic Team Racing was not. Do I think all the fancy kind of pencil grips are overrated? As long as you get the required range of motion, don't think it matters. Yeah, as long as you've got the good range of motion, then it doesn't matter. I think manga panels are good for referencing and building a visual library. Yeah, I think that's. I think those are good. If you're gonna try to like draw those, I would recommend kind of doing like blind reference drawing, where you stare at the image for a couple seconds, and then take the reference away and then try to draw it from imagination. Or, well, not imagination, but try to draw it from memory. I feel like this side is a bit too long, but I guess we'll find out once I draw the thing. Okay, so that. I'm trying to draw a book, by the way. I don't think I said that. So I think when it comes to drawing books, what's going to be really important is that arc. For the pages, but yeah, that's probably right. Okay. So let's see. It took you a while to realize that almost everything on Pinterest is stolen from other artists. Yeah, Pinterest has gone crazy with that. I'm not sure how that's allowed, but it's not like we can do anything about it. Alright, Azrael, thanks for watching. Have a good night. I think this stream might actually be the first time that I've actually drawn like objects, like actual objects instead of just drawing boxes and stuff. I've not read or watched Gimai Seikatsu. I recently actually ended up reading the entirety of Solo Leveling after watching episode, I think it was episode 4. Like after that one ended, I just started reading the entire thing. I read the whole thing in like 3 days. It's actually, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The art in it is also amazing. It's fun to see how I approach drawing objects. Yeah, I'm also still like trying to get the hang of it. So this is also something that like I'm learning as I'm doing this. But I think there's also a decent amount of stylization that comes into play, even when you're trying to draw these like realistic objects. Any advice on transitioning from traditional to digital? Drawing on a tablet just feels different and your results are worse. Have a paper-like screen and drawing glow? Is it just time? Yeah, that's a very common problem that people have when they transition from traditional to digital. It just takes a bit of time to get used to the tablet. And it never starts to feel exactly like paper does. It's always going to have a different feeling, but you just have to get used to it. Yo, Nightbot's going crazy. I feel like your line control is 100 times better than your line control digitally. Hate the glass. It's so weird how they haven't figured out a way to make it paper, or make it feel like paper. Considering how much these tablet companies have done in other areas with like, yeah, hold on, this page is a bit too long. With like pressure sensitivity and resolution, you know, they've got like 2K resolution, 4K resolution, 150 or 144 hertz tablets, but they still haven't figured out a way to make it feel like paper. It's actually crazy. Or maybe that's their plan. They've intentionally been avoiding it. Your cat walks on your drawing tablet and leaves little footprints on it. Oh, that's pretty unfortunate. So loving anime is going crazy. Taken aback by this A-rank fire sorceress called Gina. Character design's awesome. Thinking of drawing her with a blind reference method. Yeah, give it a shot. I actually can't remember who that is, to be honest. I feel like they completely ignore the feel of the tablet and focus too much on the useless factors. Yeah, they do. Because, like, right now they've got pencils that are styli that have 16,000 pressure sensitivity levels, But between 16,000 and 8,000, there isn't really a difference, to be honest. At least I don't feel an actual difference between it. So I would much rather have them spend or invest their time and money into trying to figure out how to make the glass feel better than make the screen smoother. Although the 144 Hz is actually kind of nice. But still, I think it'd be better if they focused on making it feel more like paper. Damn, I'm actually having a really hard time making these pages line up properly. Yo, Sid Spring Day? How's it going? I think I made this too long. Shorten that a bit. Okay. This page still looks a little too short. But then if I make it longer, everything below it looks too short. Okay, maybe I just need to make all of this stuff shorter. Okay, there we go. I wonder what the book's about. Oh well, it's, the reference is written in Russian, so I think we're out of luck. Okay. All right, I think that went a lot better than I expected. All right, chat. I think that's where I'm going to end the stream then. Yeah, so, the beginning, just drew a bunch of boxes. Actually turned out pretty well, I think. And then the objects, I'll do some more object practice, like off stream, and then I'll draw some more complicated stuff on stream next time, I think. Draw a gun. I'll try to do that next time. I'll prepare for that and then see if I can actually actually draw it. And then, yeah, I think maybe do a whole stream dedicated to drawing guns, because they're actually kind of complicated with the cylindrical aspects to them, or I guess elliptical aspects. Taking art seriously since April 2024, should you switch to digital? Is drawing traditionally still relevant if you're aspiring to be a better artist? In terms of learning the fundamentals, there isn't a difference between digital and traditional. I think with digital, you'd probably end up saving money in the long run, because Like, you'll be making thousands of drawings. And if you have to do all of that stuff on paper, you'll end up going through a bunch of pages, as well as like pencils and pencil sharpeners. So I think, like, on the monetary aspect, you'd probably be better off investing in digital. The book looks good. Still, it's slightly off in like this area, because I think this looks a little weird. But yeah, overall it doesn't look bad. But okay, chat, that's where we're going to end it. I don't know if I'm going to stream again tomorrow, because I did have that webinar set up. So maybe on Saturday I'll do Monster Hunter Wilds, the beta, because I was planning on doing that on stream and actually seeing how that turns out on stream. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and then I guess I'll see you all again on Saturday. Alright, have a good night.